I think you touched on a tight feedback loop. Even though there was a ton of candidates on the market, I think, one of the things is, as we look back, 12, 18 months ago, the market was crazy in another way, in the sense that you had to be so fast to get offers out because everybody was competing for talent. And it was just a race. And so I think, for one, candidates were jumping into offers because, comp was high, offers were really good. It was so competitive. It was definitely like a candidate driven market. And employers were moving super, super fast to get offers out in order to compete for that talent. And now, as you fast forward to today, it's a little bit different, right? You post whatever type of job, you're getting hundreds and hundreds of people applying. And I think, sometimes that gives employers the impression of, well, there's all this talent to choose from, so we could take our time, we can overanalyze, we don't maybe need to have as strong of a focus on the candidate experience because look at all these options that we have. But I think you would touch on an important point, is that no matter what the market looks like, you should always, as a hiring team, hold yourself to a certain standard from a candidate experience standpoint, from a time to hire standpoint. Because when the market changes, you want to have that good employer brand impression, that you ran a good hiring process, that you got back to candidates, that everything was timely, that you gave that information. And so I think that's super important to consider in a market like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just, again, putting yourself in the candidate's shoes, right? That regardless of the market, you want to provide that really great experience. And I think that also goes back to like knowing what you want to before kicking off a search, and really being prepped with your internal team on what good looks like so that you can make those decisions very quickly when you find it. Yeah,
setting all that objective criteria up front so you don't have to think about it as you're going through the process. And like you said, that causes a lot of paralysis by overanalysis, right? Where you're waffling back and forth on candidates. And a lot of times that's just because you didn't really set clear guidelines and exactly what good looks like and what you're looking for from the outset.